We live. And bright.
Oof.
Hey.
Did you forget the word?
No, I was just dramatic. What's up, guys?
All 0 people watching us right now.
Yeah, right now.
So I want to save the stories we got till someone shows up.
Right. Let's save the stories.
But yeah. Always happens. Nobody bothered to show up. Like, we did this 15 minutes ahead. Like,
it'll come. But anyway,
if you stream it, they will come.
It will come. First and foremost, hi guys.
Two people already.
All right. MegaCon here. DPZ's here.
Hey, Nathan.
We are here because
Day one
of MegaCon has ended. It's a wrap. And we're here to showcase, do a little show and tell some stories.
We got some stories on day one.
Yes, day one, we got some stories.
And we got 3 more days.
3 more days. We answer some questions, and we're going to talk about what just recently came out of the woodworks about Matt Reeves' Batman movie.
So strap in or strap on.
So we got some stories. If you've been seeing us, if you guys follow us on Facebook or wherever, you've probably been seeing us post some stuff. I've already set up an album for MegaCon. I've been putting a lot of stuff in there soon. We did some blogging. I won't put up the blogging probably till
you get back home.
Till I get back home. Then
you travel north for the winter.
Yeah. And then I'll do it. But yeah, we did some blogging. We met some good people.
We met some comic writers, and I got some stuff. Chris survived temptation.
Yeah.
But you got some stories.
Yeah, I got some stories. We got some stories, guys. I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer, get a few more people in here. So far I see Galactus and Nathan. You got some pack members in here. I'm looking for your alphas, looking for more. So come in.
Howl, see if they come. Actually, don't.
I'm not howling.
Not in this place.
Yeah. The walls are thin.
I remember, like last night, it was like you were shouting. I'm like, oh wait, we're on other people.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit longer, but definitely we had a good first day, a really good first day. Met some cool cosplayers. I got to meet. I'll tell you that later.
I got to meet Blank.
Yeah.
Yeah. And stuff prior to the con was interesting too.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Flyboy?
Yeah, you best believe that.
We got about 3 people. Are you drinking beer? No, this is still 0 water.
No, we're not drinking beer.
We do have alcohol. We just haven't broke into it because we want to like not have a buzz, like be what's the word I'm looking for?
You was right, buzz.
No, hangover.
Hangover.
There's the word. For the next 3 days.
Right.
Because after today, yeah. I used to be a heavy drinker, but I cut back when I was losing weight.
Yeah.
So we got about 3 people. We're gonna wait for some more. But how are all 3 of you doing out there?
Yeah, sure.
How all 3 of you doing out there in the internet lands?
Okay, well, we got Nathan and Galactus, girl. So 2 of those are on the West Coast. Well, okay, 4. 2 of them are on the West Coast. Okay, they're on the West Coast. So what's the weather like in San Francisco? And what's the weather like in San Diego? Nathan, you're in San Francisco, and Eliza is in San Diego.
Wherever from Brandon Rogers. We're here in this dog dick of a state we call California. I introduced him to a YouTube channel called Brandon Rogers.
That guy's crazy.
I need to do that for the next vlog. It's like, when the fuck did we get to Holland? Put that candy back on buying you shit. Congratulations, you just triggered a Vietnam flashback.
Yeah, that's sick, man.
Vietnam flashback.
I'll just make it hard.
Oh man.
It's been raining for the past 2 days. Ouch. San Francisco's.
Wow, water in San Francisco. That's a first.
So it rained a lot. Well, since you guys are two here, we'll start talking a little bit.
If you're late,
you're late. You just watch the recap.
Yeah. Last time on live stream.
Yeah, and if you guys see me eating, I'm sorry. I'm eating honey roasted.
We just got we just finished working out.
Yeah.
And by working out, we mean work with the shit they had in that gym.
Right. I'll tell that story too, guys. But anyway, our first day was really well done.
Oh no, but something fun happened earlier.
So this morning, guys, we went to get we wanted to go look for the gym, like the fitness room that they say they have at this hotel.
And we found it.
We found it.
Took us forever.
We found it.
There's this glass wall,
like clear. I did not see it. So I'm on my phone, right? And I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, the door. I passed the entrance door, and I thought it was it was like one of those corridors that slides open. So I thought it was open, and bloop.
Yeah.
Right into the wall.
That was a great way to start the day for me.
And
watching him just fucking eat it.
And I even had to laugh at myself. I'm like, oh my God. I've seen it on YouTube.
I wish I was recording that.
Yeah, he said he wished he was recording it. But yeah, we ran right into the door.
As Clay would say, block.
Yeah, block. Yeah, Clayton, it was just, I went boom, and I was like, oh my God. Well, we checked to see like how when it's gonna be open and how long it's gonna be open. They say it's 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. But I don't know how that really go, because you could just go in there whenever you want. Because we just went in there, maybe it was 9:30 when we got back. So it was like we went in there, it was fine. But what they have in that is broke. Is broke. Like
it's a 2-star hotel. What are you expecting?
One of the treadmills is out of order. One of the weightlifting machines doesn't have a strap, so you can't lift. The treadmill, the Nordic track that they have.
Oh, hey, Omnitron.
Hey, Omni.
The ultimate crossover.
Yeah. The Nordic track thing they have in there is okay, but I was on it and DPZ was on it.
And I nearly died.
Yeah.
I was like, Jay, Eddie, stop this crazy thing.
So we did that, but that was early. That was later. So we got Ty's badge because he had to get it.
And we were walking. I had it around my neck.
And so when we were online, we met this real cool couple.
Yeah.
One was actually from New York.
Yeah.
And he asked me, he's like, what part of New York? I was like, Mount Vernon. He's like, I'm from the Bronx, Brooklyn. I think it was Brooklyn or Bronx.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Yeah, he's like, Brooklyn. I was like, oh.
He was a former
Marine.
Yeah.
And
we met them like 2 other times at the convention. He was Negan.
He was Negan, and his girlfriend, who was from the Philippines, was Thor Girl. I guess she was Thor Girl.
Thor with the Stormbreaker.
Yeah. So anyway, we met them, but prior to coming back this way, early that morning, we're walking, and this dude in this like cut off vest with all like badges of heroes on it. We were walking, and he's like, "So y'all going to the con?" Right? He's like, we're going to the con.
Because we were actually talking about Jurassic Park. And I made a joke, and it's like they be saying heels like that at every con.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Y'all going to the con?" I'm like,
"Yeah."
And we're like, "Yeah." He's like, and then he said, "What type of badges y'all got?"
And he's reaching in his pocket the moment he say that.
Yeah.
Spidey sense.
Yeah. So I'm behind Ty, like, and I'm like in between him and I'm seeing this dude reach, and I'm like, and we're like, we're good, man. Like, he's like, I just wanted to know, bro. I'm like, nah, that wasn't going down like that.
You weren't asking. You wanted to take.
Yeah, you wanted to take or something. So yeah, and then we're walking, and I had my phone
because he was walking behind us. For a bit.
So I had my phone up with the camera like facing my face, and I was keeping it like where he was at, like. And then we was like, yo, let's dip into Red Lobsters right here real quick. We dipped into there.
So let's just dip in Red Lobster.
We dipped into Red. We'll see where he was going. The lady came and said, "Can I help you?" No, we was like, "Oh, we was like, we just made up something." Like, no,
I actually had to use the bathroom.
Yeah, he had to use the bathroom, and he said, "No, he just needs some service." I was like, "Okay," and we just waited, and he crossed the street. But yeah, I was about to say, "Yo, I like your vest. It's cool. I like that." But then, look, I see somebody reaching in like this.
The moment you say something like
that, I'm like, okay, you're not up. And That's not just me being from New York. That's just being aware of stuff.
Yeah,
like
I knew it too. I wasn't like what Chris didn't tell me. Hey, he about to jack us. I knew.
Yeah.
Like the moment you say that and put your hand in your jacket.
So we were a little bit like, all right.
It kind of sucks that I didn't bring my gun with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually am a firearm owner.
Yeah,
so.
you're allowed to have it. Right?
Yeah, hey, it's Florida. It could have been staring the ground.
Yep.
I shot him and I wouldn't go to jail. That's how fucked up Florida is. It's the Wild West of the South. So
yeah, if anybody didn't know, yes, guys, he's not a mirage. He is here. I'm down in Florida, like I told you guys. And we're gonna do this for the next probably not 4, because I have to be gone by the 4th day.
What time?
My flight is at 7, but we got to check out of here by I think 11 or so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we'll check. I guess we'll check out early. Yeah. This is news to me too.
Yeah, we have to check out of here like on the 4th day. We have to check out early.
And then we'll just spend the rest of the day at the con. Yeah. At 7.
Now about 7 or 6 or so. I got to get to the airport.
Yeah, 5:30 at the most.
5:30 at the most. But yeah. Anyway, guys. So, like I said, we were chilling and we went to the con and
we didn't see that guy again.
We
did see our friends, our line friends.
We saw them guys like twice or 3 times.
Yeah, they were super nice. I dug his Black Panther Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, he had a Black Panther Wu-Tang Clan shirt on,
and she didn't know what the Black Panthers were.
Yeah, she didn't know what the Black. So I kind of educated her a little bit on it.
And you said, guys like, and you were calling the guy like,
guys like us. Yeah, so she kind of got it. Like she's from the Philippines. She probably wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So, but it was still fun. We got inside, guys, and I was just amazed just how big this area is.
Yeah, we weren't even in line to get in the thing.
Yeah.
And you were like, God damn.
I was like, I'm looking at this makes the Jacob Javits Center look like a welfare case. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is huge. And this is just only one corridor of it. I'm like, damn. And so we were in there and we started to look around. Ty was looking for some, the
pops.
The pops.
I was looking for Grell from Black Butler and couldn't find him.
So Ty found 2 pops that
there gonna be more.
Yeah, there's more, but he got 2 that
gonna get more. So got Deku. The only 2 from My Hero Academia I have so far are All Might and Bakugo. So it's nice to actually have the main character. I do want to get Sue and Todoroki.
Mm-hmm. That's my, Froggy. That's
Froppy.
She's starting.
Yeah. And this was the first one I got.
Yeah.
Right out the gate was Nemesis. Like I saw that it was either going to be Sub-Zero or I could probably find Sub-Zero again.
Yeah.
Nemesis, you cannot find this at a good price.
Mm-hmm.
So I got this pretty goddamn good. I really wanted to find Leon, but good chance of
trying to find Tali.
Tali
from Mass Effect.
That was a long shot as well. But I want to find it because our mutual friend C-Dubs, he and his wife, that's the name of whenever they have a daughter, that's going to be the name of the kid.
And more importantly, like I said, I fought temptation today. Usually, guys, every con I go to, I never buy anything on the first day. And I've kept that so far for every con I've been to. I've never bought anything on the first day. I've fought temptation several times.
Oh, you want to know what you couldn't buy?
Yeah, let me tell you something what I couldn't buy. I'm getting loud. Let me tell you something. We passed what was pissing me off about this so bad. There were swords everywhere. Beautiful swords. And I'm like, I saw one that was made Sword of Omens, and you hit the button, the Eye of Thundera lights up.
Like, give me sight beyond sight.
I was like, I saw He-Man's Master Sword, Power Sword, the classic look one, not the one from the 2002 version.
And
then I saw Conan.
Yeah, Conan.
The one Arnold. I was like, oh my God. I was like, and then I saw Genji from Overwatch, his sword, and I was like, I can't take these on the plane. Like I can't even get these through customs.
Fox News would be like, earlier today in Florida, a black man is carrying a sword. Did we mention he's black? We're totally not racist.
Yeah, but then Ty was like, hey, there's the Swords of Chaos. They were like foam.
Yeah.
I might come back and get them.
That's $40.
Yeah, I might come back. I might. But I saw a good, nice Goku statue. I'm definitely gonna get.
Yeah, I saw a Broly one too that I really wanted to get.
And then there was so after that we looked around. We were still looking around for all the day.
And I would, being the dick that I am, would drag. He's like, "Hey, Chris, swords."
Yeah, swords. I kept seeing swords, and
so why won't you buy? He just explained it. He wants to, but he can't take them on the plane now. He could get foam. There are foam ones.
Yeah, we
did see a foam Mjolnir you like.
Yeah, there was a Mjolnir. There was a couple of Stormbreakers.
Oh, Omnitron says he's actually got Conan's sword.
You lucky.
And this is the same dude. Omnitron claims he's from a clown college.
Yeah, that's him. I know. Yeah. How's the wife?
Yeah, how's the wife? The thing I don't have, or we don't have.
So
yeah, how's matrimony, ass? I'm sorry. I'll get into why I'm in such a sour mood when it comes to unions.
So we looked around, and then of course we went into the section where all the trades and stuff were, which I'm gonna go back to.
Oh, he says he stopped a burglary once with the sword.
That's dope.
All right, I actually stopped a burglary with Conan's sword once. That tale I remember fondly. Needless to say, I went shirtless and screamed, "Crumb!" He will not hear your prayers.
Yeah. So we were in after that. We were still looking for it because Ty was really on a mission to find it. I was just following him. I was like, yo,
I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I was like, the way I looked at it was like, hey, this is your town. I'm the visitor, so I'm just following your lead. And we were trying to find the Black Butler character. Nobody had it.
And if they did, if it would probably have been like over. And I'm a pop collector, but I ain't that kind of pop collector. Like I saw Queen Beryl, and the dude said, "I'll do 25 for her," and I was like, "I ain't doing 25," because at the end of the day, it's figures.
Yeah,
they're cool, and I actually am still kicking myself to this day because I actually had Grell at a Books A Million. I found him, and I wasn't collecting pops at the time. I was this close, like, you know what? I'm not feeling it. I put it back. I hate myself to the day that I was never able to get that Grell pop. Same with Titan Aaron.
Wait, Elijah, you got a katana blade? You lucky.
So took the guy's finger off of one hand. With that, surprised at how sharp that sword was at the moment. I feel like Conan Spirit blessed that back.
So we
I want to know a day in the life of Omnitron because he has some interesting stories.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know.
I always like hearing stories. I'm like, man. So we went around. We were in the where all the comics are, the trays. There was like boxes full of trays. Some for $5, some for $10. And I'm fighting temptation.
I didn't.
And this one over here, he went to town.
And this is day one. And I get paid tomorrow.
Yeah. So show him what you got.
All right. So first off, Swords of Sorrow. This is the big female superhero dynamite group written by Gail Simone.
Gail Simone wrote that.
And this is a $50 book. I want the guys in the I want everyone in the live stream to try to guess of how much I paid for this. Cons are black holes for wallets. Truth.
I'll say $70. Omnitron says $70.
$30. Still waiting.
Marion says 30.
I want to keep waiting because I want. Yeah.
There's some more people in there.
Yeah. So.
85. Well,
no, that's way over.
Yeah, I would never pay that much for a book.
Also, this was a $50 book.
Yeah.
80.
Why y'all going up?
No, this is a $50 book, people.
Yeah.
Was book.
So close.
Was a $50 book. So I want to wait a little bit because. All right. You want to know how much I got this for?
Yeah, tell them.
$5.
$5.
$5.
And that's in good condition too. Yeah. Look at
that. $5. Well, considering that it was $5 for all of them,
yeah,
it kind of amounted into a bigger one. But I got more books for $5 than I would have for anything else. And yeah, $50 book, like 90% off.
Right.
And a whole collection of stories.
And it's Gail. So you guys know how I am about Gail Simone. And I even jokingly said, if she was here, I would have told you go get it signed.
Yeah.
So what was the other book?
Oh yeah, we got more.
Yep.
All right. So next thing, and this was at a different place. I actually have gone every time I go to these cons, whether it be Tampa Bay or MegaCon. I usually look for these guys from at this guy's booth because it's usually very cheap books and it's very good books. And this was no exception. Wolverine, Enemy of the State, $10.
$10. That's a good.
Mark Millar and Romita Jr. The Ultimate Collection. This is the entire saga of one of the most interesting Wolverine stories. Now, if you don't know what the story is, this is a story where Wolverine is killed and by this guy called Gorgon. And he's brought back by the Hand and Hydra, brainwashed, and set out to kill everyone in the Marvel Universe.
And he got his wish, actually. Well, one person did die.
Yeah. But this is a really good book. You've got him fighting Daredevil. You got him fighting Fantastic Four, Iron Man. You name it, he is someone he is going to go after.
Yeah. So y'all know the Gorgon, the mutant that could turn people into stone. Right? Hell, he's a badass with a sword.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we were just talking about like that would be a really good book
to turn to the MCU.
Yeah, something like that if they could.
Yeah. So now we move on to IDW. Transformers Spotlight, another $5 book. Also got that was 10. That's actually the most expensive thing I bought. Was the $10 book. Well, no, the pops were actually like $10, $11. So. Anyway, I'm taking the stickers off. But yeah, Transformers Spotlight is basically like these standalone stories that were connected into the previous IDW Transformers universe because it got rebooted. And these are, it's a collected stories from Simon Furman, who's kind of like, he was what Chris Claremont did for X-Men. He's kind of like that. He is there. Simon Furman is their Transformer. Like,
they're Mr. Transformer.
Yeah, he's their Mr. X-Man. So in here, we do actually get Grimlock in the Shockwave story. So it's Shockwave, Nightbeat, Hot Rod, Six Shot, and Ultra Magnus. Pretty good stuff. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to reading this because this is a bitch and a half to find. Cheap, by the way. $5. That's why I go to cons. Next up, another Dark Horse book from the previous Star Wars EU, General Grievous by Chuck Dixon. And Nightbeat is underrated, and it sucks what happened to him in Dark Cybertron. So, yeah. So General Grievous, this is the story for him in the Clone Wars in the previous EU, where as a group of Padawans are out to kill Grievous. And they are essentially hunting Grievous, and Grievous is kind of like on hunting them. It's a cat and mouse game. Yeah, they did have Grimlock and Shockwave do have a rivalry. But yeah, I've been looking for this is another book I've been really looking to read. I flipped through and I found this. I was like, this is coming with me. No problem. Like, no question.
No question.
I mean, aside from the movie itself, I do dig Grievous as a character because of just how odd just how interesting aesthetically he looks.
Yeah, he did look, especially when he started swinging those.
Yeah. I just wish they did more with him in the movie. So now we got some more Marvel books, two Spidey books. So first off is Spider-Man Tangle Web. And it was funny because every time I was looking through the Spider-Man trades, I was like, yo, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris.
He's
good. I don't want to waste $5. Chris.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man's Tangled Web Volume 1. This is basically, if you don't know what Tangled Web is, Tangled Web was an anthology series for Spider-Man. And it was different writers and different takes on Spider-Man. And one of them is by Garth Ennis, bringing in The Thousand, which is The Thousand is a really gross Spider-Man villain. We also have a story by Greg Rucka. And finally, Peter Milligan involving the Rhino, which is the cover right here. If I like this, I might actually, if I find that booth again, I might pick the other Tangled Web books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the other Spidey book, and this is one you haven't read. And I was like, shame on.
This is the one I have not read.
And I'm like, shame on you.
Yeah.
and that is Spider-Man Hobgoblin Lives. This if I remember right, this is part of the Roger Stern run, and in here, this is when we find out that Hobgoblin wasn't Ned Leeds, but Roger Kingsley. And his war with Norman Osborn. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. I haven't read it. I've always liked Hobgoblin because, like, one of my friends who's actually a big Hobgoblin fan said, what's fun about Hobgoblin is that he doesn't have, like, a scheme to kill Spider-Man or whatever. He's just a guy having a midlife crisis and just wants to have fun.
Depends on which Hobgoblin.
Well, this is Kingsley.
Because Jason McIndale was a thief. He was always in it for himself. But yeah.
Finally, we have Grendel versus the Shadow by Matt Wagner.
Matt Wagner's a good writer. So
yes, and this is actually, I thought it was a trade, but no, it's just collected issues.
All the issues in there.
Yeah, it's a 3-part book. I've never read a lot of Grendel. I do have a Batman Grendel comic, but I've never really read a lot with Grendel. I know he's like a big indie character, but it'll be interesting to see how he plays out against the Shadow.
Yeah.
Which is a character I really enjoy. So, yeah.
So prior to that, guys, outside of that, we did go to Artist Alley, which, you know me, guys, that's my butter. Always to go there before anything else. Go to Artist Alley.
Well, I'm probably going to pick up some prints as well.
Yeah,
there.
And just say hi to my favorite creators and things like that. And we got to meet a couple of them.
Yeah,
we got to meet a couple
and I got some interviews.
Yeah,
and I might get some more.
So the first one we met was
Peter Tomasi. Yeah, right out the gate. No one was there. I was expecting a line.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I've met Peter Tomasi 3 times already. Yeah, like 3 times. So he knew me. He recognized me real quick. He's like, I know you. And I introduced him and we just talked. And
also, I got an interview.
He got a little interview with him.
About 5 minutes long with Peter Tomasi, and you can see that on coming soon on Comic Universe.
He gracious enough to do it because other people was like, well, if you're not kind of through a site or something like that, you can't do it or things like that. We got to meet Marguerite Bennett,
big girl,
and I wasn't lying when I said that, right?
Yeah,
I told you, like, we got pictures with her, and I said,
could you please stand up? And
she stood up, and I said,
I looked up from my phone, I was like, whoa.
I said, and boom. And she laughed about it too, but
she'd built like an Amazon.
Yeah, she was boom, she stood up, and I was like, I wasn't lying. Well, I told you she's tall. But she's a sweetheart. She's always a sweetheart, and we got this joke between me and her. And it's,
no relation
because her name's Bennett, her last name's Bennett. I'm Bennett, so it's like no relation. And she remembered. I was funny though, because as much as these people see people, you don't know if they will remember you, and you don't take it hard feelings or anything like that. But I asked, "Do you remember me?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, and things like that. And she was there signing like her Batwoman run and stuff like that. And I forgot to ask her about Batwoman. I was going to ask her about that.
We got tomorrow.
Yeah, she's probably there. I hope she's there tomorrow. This is her first MegaCon, so.
Yeah. We also got to meet. I got to meet Charles Soule.
Yeah, we got to meet Charles Soule again. For me, it was another time.
I got to interview with him, which you can see which will be coming on Comic Universe. That's an exclusive, pop that I have to click down and pay for. You fucking sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Got to meet Charles Soule. It's always a pleasure to meet Charles Soule again. He got to meet James Tillman IV.
I didn't get an interview with him, but he did say someday he'd be open to one. And same with Steve Orlando, who I'm going to intervw tomorrow, hopefully, if everything works out.
And Tillian liked
Batman TMNT. He liked the movie.
Yeah, you asked him about that. For me, after that,
I was just going to say that Tinian. I'm not big on Tinian as a writer. I think I like him. I don't think he's bad, but I'm not like, ooh, Tinian for Batman Forever or something like that. I think he's a good writer, but he seems like a nice human being. I wasn't going to be I'm going to be a dick and just say, you suck. I don't like the first Batman TMNT crossover. I haven't read the other ones, So maybe they get better. But yeah, I thought it was okay, but I wasn't gonna say, you suck, Tinian.
No. I was like that when I met Dan. Me and Malcolm met Dan Slot. I didn't say anything.
You weren't gonna be like, you suck, Dan.
Yes, I was just like I was being nice. I was like, all right, yeah. And then for me, we met. I got to meet some independent writers that actually are friends with me on Facebook. I got to meet John Crawlers. I actually reviewed his book, Rochelle, and I got to meet him finally. And I didn't get to meet his wife or his daughter. She said they're going to be here tomorrow or so. Yeah. And he's from Florida, so he's from Florida, and he's a big wrestling fan like me. And he does a lot of not just his stuff, but he also does interviews with past wrestlers, and he turns them into comics. He did a comic for the great Nikolai Volkov
and Bruno
Sammartino, and he told this story about
the first match Bruno ever had.
Yeah, what a damn orangutan. I'm like, what? So legitimately, you could literally say Bruno Sammartino was a legit badass. Like he went in the ring with a orangutan for like 15 minutes, like before it got really serious. So he told the story. I did take a picture with him because I told him I would. I said and it was really cool to meet him again. I met. I'll be right back. I met the co-creator of this book right here, White Widow, and I got it signed twice. Again. I wanted to get it signed again by him. Is one of the creators, and we started talking a little bit more about this character, like what she is, and he's like, there's going to be more explained in the second issue and things like that, and he based it a lot off of his wife and his daughter, and I was like, that's kind of like Jack Kirby. He did Big Barda. He based Big Barda right off his wife, and just the whole concept of, because I basically said, like, I asked him, like, how'd you come up with the title? Her name, White Widow, and what he did say that they talked about they wanted a spider-based character. So that was something that him and James Tyndale, he's the other creator, they wanted, and he was like, yeah, we came up with that, but her powers, and then I started saying, well, her powers kind of a little bit of a venom, and he's like, nope, and I was like, well, it kind of, and then we started flipping through some of the pages. He was showing us some kind of exclusive stuff,
which we won't talk about.
We can't really talk about, but he was like, we were just looking at the artwork, and artwork was really good. And he showed us characters that he loves writing and things like that. But yeah, I got it signed. Because I got this through Kickstarter. I helped kickstart this. So here's the new one. The current one is this right over here.
Yeah.
So
you also got signed by something else by another writer.
Yeah. Tom Taylor. I met Tom Taylor, and I will be posting that picture real soon. I met Tom Taylor, and I will tell you straight up, guys, he is the chillest, coolest guy you would ever meet.
He had a line.
Oh,
you're shouting again.
Yeah, he had a serious line. He had a serious line that just was like, whoa, like it went around. But it actually,
that's what we saw Tom King, but we couldn't get in line.
Yeah,
that was a big line. And I was thinking, for a lot of people who hate Tom King, Tom King has a lot of fans.
Yeah, so I had Mr. Taylor sign my Friendly Neighbor Spider-Man #1. He actually put it. He put Swip.
And I didn't know he was Australian.
Yeah, he's Australian, so he had that Aussie accent. And I was just like, I just wanted him to talk some more. I was like, just please talk.
I want to meet him if he's not busy. I want to ask him because he wrote the Power Rangers Justice League crossover. Yeah. I want to ask him, were you a big Power Rangers fan? Because I feel like you got to be that asshole.
Well, especially because the majority of the Power Rangers are filmed in New Zealand or Australia.
Yeah,
so
and the other thing is, like, he had Zed, but he didn't have the Thunder Zords.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's some, I don't know. I don't want to be that dick.
So, but yeah, Tom Taylor was great. Really cool guy. He took a snap with me, and he talked about he had to really fight to have Kurt, Nightcrawler with the beard. He's like, because his editors were real like, no, we don't want him the beard. He told some funny stories about his wife don't like him with the beard and things like that. But yeah, he was really cool. I was shocked that his line wasn't that long. It was long, but it didn't go around the panel. It stopped, but he signed it and it was great. And I got to meet one of my favorite cosplayers, Ivy Doom Kitty, and that was my second time meeting her, and she's such a sweetheart. Like she was dressed as Zatanna, and I
gotta say, is that like her actual body type?
That's her body type.
I was about to say that if she's wearing a corset, that has got to be painful. She looked like an hourglass.
Yeah, she had a corset on, but she's very curvy, pretty much. Like all her cosplays that she's done, from her being Dr. Doom to being, she's done Captain Marvel. She's done Samus. I've even interviewed some cosplayers, just asking is this their first MegaCon and stuff like that. A lot of them have been coming there for years, and I'm telling them this is my first, and they were like, "Oh, I hope you enjoy it," things like that. But yeah, I got to talk to her. I didn't really take a picture with her, but Yaya Han, she was there. And
speaking of people we got to geek out about, can I tell my story?
Yeah.
Are you done with yours? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was one other guy.
There was one other writer we got to meet, and I didn't know he was coming, and when we passed by, I freaked the fuck.
On that one.
I freaked the fuck out when we passed by. That person was Donny Cates. Now, if you don't know who Donny Cates is, what the fuck? First off, but Donny Cates is basically like the new hot shit at Marvel. Like he's writing Venom. He's doing an excellent Venom run. Guardians of the Galaxy, Thanos, Cosmic Ghost Rider. He's also going to be doing the event called Absolute Carnage, which bringing in Null, with Carnage being a big Marvel Universe villain.
Yeah.
He is doing a lot. For Marvel. He is basically their new big gun.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah. And there was a line. I didn't know there was, but we went, and he was there. He was so chill.
Yeah, he was cool about it.
He was blaring Lamb of God, by the way.
He was so cool. He's decked out all in black, so
he looks like a goth you knew in high school.
And it was just like, okay. And he came around. He bumped into us. Yeah. He bumped into us, and he was just like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh," he's like, "We're good, Mr. Cage."
It took me a moment to register. Because I thought he had stepped out.
Right.
And then he's like, "Hey guys," and I turned around. I was like,
and
hi.
Right. So we talked, and we both got pictures with him. Just a real cool guy. We just told him, like, I really liked your Cosmic Ghost Rider. I love that. I love what you do.
I told him I love what he's done with Venom, Guardians.
Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
And he's a big Beta Ray Bill fan, too.
So it was really cool to meet him.
And he said, thank you so much. Like, he was generally
happy. Was generally, like, what I got, what Ty basically said to me, because when we went to IHOP after, and basically how I felt about meeting Gail for the first time.
Was how I felt about meeting Donnie.
It's like, yeah, so that was kind of the equivalent of it. And just like Gates, Mr. Gates was cool. Tom Taylor was great.
No one was an asshole. Even when they didn't want to do an interview, but more like a business.
Like we were trying to get like vlogs with them, and like we wanted to do one with Marjorie, but she even said it
was a legal thing.
It's kind of a legal thing. They can't do it unless it's through some kind of site or something like that, like a comic.
But everyone was like, "Oh," it was like, "Sure,
yeah, sure." Like we're cool. Like even Peter Tomasi was just like, "Yeah, let's do it now." Like, come on, like let me handle this guy, and then we can do it.
Yeah, and he didn't say like "fuck you guys." No one was like "fuck you guys."
No, everybody was chill. It was cool.
Well, it was day one. Like
day one.
Nobody was in a rush.
I know Charles Soule said he's already tired.
Yeah,
he's already tired. Like he said, I've never been to MegaCon, and it's kind of funny. You would think that these guys have been to these cons, but not all of them go. And I was kind of shocked. I was like, oh yeah, I thought you would have been here to one of them. But he was cool. He talked to Ty,
Yeah.
You know,
talked about his Darth Vader run.
Darth Vader run.
I asked. Oh, I'm sorry, but
I told him about how much I enjoyed his Daredevil run. You know,
he apparently lived in Hong Kong.
Yeah, remember that issue of Daredevil where Spider-Man guest starred in it? And I met him when I met him for the first time. I told him how much I love when Marvel puts Daredevil and Spider-Man, my number 1 and my number 2 favorite Marvel characters together. I love that dynamic between them, these two great friends, and they were in Hong Kong together. And then he told me the story about, I used to live in Hong Kong, so it was easy for me to write about that. And I was just like, that's really cool. And and it was issue number 7 of his Daredevil run. And I loved, I've always said, Marvel, why don't you do a Spider-Man Daredevil ongoing, like World's Finest, because it was really good. But he was really cool. He was just chill. He was laying back, just reading something, and then we popped over to say hi to him, and it was cool.
Yeah, it took me a moment. It was like, that's Charles Schul?
Yeah. He kind of looked like, wait.
I thought you were the manager.
Right, yeah.
And I told him, like, you did one of my favorite Death of comics, because he said, like, when they offered me he did Death of Wolverine. Mm-hmm. And basically what he did was with the Death of Wolverine, he said, this was either, I said to myself, and this is him saying it, it was either going to make or break my career as a writer, because I had just started at Marvel. He just started at Marvel, and he had just been doing Wolverine. Mm-hmm. And he basically said, if I missed the mark with Death of Wolverine, that had destroyed my career as a writer.
Yeah, and he nailed that. I ain't gonna lie.
I said, like, that's up there with Death of Superman.
Right. Peter Tomasi actually answered a couple of questions too. Like he would love to write for Marvel.
Yeah. What was one character he wanted to write for?
Cap. He's like, Captain America. I love the ride. I said, if you got Cap, I'd definitely read it. I'd definitely read it. We talked about how much we loved his Superman run.
We actually talked about Arkham Knight.
Yeah. You asked him about Arkham Knight. Like,
yeah. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah. We're trying not to spoil anything too much.
So cool. Like, I got to talk about him bringing in his process of bringing in the Arkham Knight into the main DC universe.
Yeah. So yeah, he like everybody, like literally everybody was just cool about everything. It wasn't like we thought, oh, people were gonna be like, hey, y'all taking up too much time. No, people were chill. Like even people who were waiting to get stuff signed,
they were like, we're sorry for interrupting you.
We were like, okay, yeah, we're cool. But yeah, we were really cool about it. It was a fun day. It was just really fun. Like I said, I probably will go back in the cosplay alley because I really probably want to talk again with Ivy.
But she's gonna be busy.
I think she's gonna be busy.
That's why we got to get there early.
Yeah, and things like that. But all those swords, and I was just like, I can't.
Those Kratos plays are calling you, dude.
And they had like custom made lightsabers.
Those are expensive.
I saw those. Yeah, that was one like $500.
I passed it. It's like $259.
Yeah, I was like, what?
My wallet was literally like, don't you fucking do it.
Right.
Don't you fucking do it.
We saw some.
Okay. Night, I'm trying.
Yeah, thanks for coming through. We saw a lot of cosplayers we saw here were definitely from My Hero Academia. That definitely was
the big anime now.
We saw a lot of Deku.
Oh, you gotta tell me about the Spider-Man we saw.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta put that picture up there, guys. So I saw a lot of Spider-Man, and I filmed it and everything like that. But one Spider-Man,
and we were walking
by. He was coming through. We were like by the concession stand area.
Food court.
Yeah, the food court. And me and him were joking. Like, I was like, are we getting? I was like, we're not getting hungry. I was like, and then we were just like, I'm not buying anything from there. And he's like, Rude, don't buy anything from. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I've never bought. Oh no, that's a lie, because one time I did buy one of them big bags of popcorn. I paid $12 for that shit. I was like, this better be some good popcorn, and luckily it was. But I will never buy.
You're trailing off.
Yeah. Anyway,
let's get back to the point.
Get right to the point. So
we were walking,
and
we were passing, and we passed this guy with a Spider-Man mask off.
Yeah, his mask was off.
He was sitting. His girlfriend. I think that was his girlfriend.
Yeah, right. And
who's My Hero Academia, the Vine hair.
Yeah.
We were walking by. I stopped and went.
Yeah,
he
double take because he was like, wait, what? And then
I walked back, and you were like, what the hell?
What's going on? And I was like, wait, what's going on? And then we went back, and he said, Chris, look. And
I said, excuse me, sir, has anyone ever told you look like Tom Holland? This dude could be a Tom Holland impersonator.
He looked just like Tom. He even sounded like the dude. He was like, can we take a picture? He's like, oh, sure. I was like, just like, remember how Tom, Holland goes, that was awesome. He sounded just like him. He looked like him too. And he took a picture. He got into a pose and everything. I was like, and we asked his girl, he's like, hey, you want to get into it? He's like, no, he loves doing this stuff. So it was crazy, but he looked, like, I got to put.
Like he. Okay, you got the picture right
there.
Yeah,
okay. See, I'm in my screensaver, but if I could show you guys.
That shit was great. Like, you were like, oh my god! Like,
oh my god, he looks just like him. So let me show you guys if I could get. Okay, here we go. If I could zoom it in. All right. If y'all could see this guy, probably y'all ain't gonna get a good look at him. Y'all see that? Look at that. That's him. I thought that was. We really thought, yo, that's Tom Holland down here, But yeah, he was great. He was really cool. You know, he got into the pose and everything.
Yeah, he was really chill about it. Yeah, I said asked him about the Tom Holland thing. He's like, you're not the first one to do that.
Yeah, he was really cool. So, matter of fact, guys, I'll show you some pictures right now. See that's what I'll show you guys.
The R2D2s going back real quick. Fun thing about these, if you want to show the pictures there. In Florida, we have a robotics group that actually builds R2D2s and other things of other Star Wars droids. And actually, one of the guys who do this, his name is Doug Dixon. And he is a high school friend of my dad. So we get to have special access, and maybe we'll get to do some videos with him or something. He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's huge. I was.
I make you look like a dwarf.
Yeah.
He makes you look like a midget.
Yeah. And that's me and a big G.
Yeah.
So I had to get a picture of me and a big G.
Hey, Charles.
This cosplayer was great. This gentleman who dressed like John Hammond.
For a second when you said John Hammond, I thought you were talking about Human Torch.
Yeah. Check that out. That was cool. And then I got a picture of these two ladies. One was Tifa. The other one was Black Canary. And I was just going to say, ladies, can I get a picture? They turned around and said, let's get in the fighting poses. I was like, okay. And they did that themselves. I did not tell them to do that. He got a picture with this guy who looked like Liu Kang.
Like legit. He had glasses on, but when he took them off,
he looked like Liu Kang from the latest Mortal Kombat. And he said, can you do the 1-inch punch? And I took the picture of it.
He was good.
We got these two guys who look like the Blues Brothers, which was cool. And let me see. This dude right here was great. The guy who looked like Ash. We saw a lot of Ash.
Ash from Evil Dead and Pokemon.
Yeah, and Pokemon. And here's me and Ivy Doom Kitty.
You just make everyone look big.
Yeah, I do.
You're nice scaling.
Yep. So there's me and Ivy Doom Kitty.
I thought it'd be smooth, but no.
Yeah, my hair grows back fast. There's me and my Tom Taylor.
Yeah. Nice guy. Apparently, I want to meet him, but same with Tom King. Big beard. I didn't think Tom King had a beard.
See?
There's Donnie.
There's me and Donnie. Ty got one too.
I was ecstatic. Like, I was trying not to freak out. And then I freaked out. I was like, hey, thanks, goodbye. And I ran over. And
yeah. There was some stuff there that just really creeped me out. Like this shit right here. This, I don't know. I was in the Ripley's Believe It or Not area, and this shit just creeped me out. I was like, what the? There was even a part where there was a giant hairball. Yeah,
too bad you couldn't donate to it, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't want it. Basically made out of human hair.
I gotta check.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It was human hair. And basically, this woman came up on, she's like, she was going to donate some hair. I was like, what the? It was crazy. So a lot of cosplayers from one of my favorite games, Overwatch, and to see the newest character, Ash. She was great. She had the gun and everything. It was so cool. I got into a big fight with Biff from Back to the Future. Well, not the real Biff Tannen, but a guy dressed as him. He was young Biff, and he came over. And he's like, "Yeah, what are you looking at, Butthead?" So I was like, "I'm looking at the car, Butthead," and he's like, and we just started going at it. And he's like, "Why don't you make like?" He's like, "Make like get out of here," and I was like, "It's make like a tree and leave, you idiot." So we just really got it. But yeah, the DeLorean was there.
There were 2 DeLoreans, and I had fun with a guy dressed as Doc Brown.
And there's me and R2-D2
giving you a look away.
Yeah, he was looking me away. And
I got a picture with the Emperor.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. That guy was kind of creepy. I ain't gonna lie. This picture right here, this plaque
of Super Saiyan God Vegeta.
Yeah. This thing actually glows.
That's probably a lot of money.
It was so cool.
That was the first thing we saw.
That was it was the first thing we saw. I was like, yo. So yeah.
There was that vlog of us early in the morning.
Yeah,
getting ready.
This is like,
I got an extra story for that. Yeah. Where at the end of that video where you're talking about the con, this dude, this neckbeard motherfucker, came up behind. He's like, "It's the best con," like in that voice, and I said, with that quickness, I'm like, "Ain't nobody talking to you."
Yeah, ain't nobody talking to you. So,
and he went, "Okay, sorry to ruin your day." I'm starting to see why I'm alone. I'm an ass.
So pretty much, the first day was really fun, guys. We really enjoyed it.
Oh my God. Yes, we are in the same room.
Yeah, who said that?
M.V.K.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we did have a lot of fun. I met Ivy. That was my second time meeting Ivy. I met her in 2016, and then I met her this time again. So, and she's just a sweetheart, you know. And I hate to say this, but yeah, she smelled real good. She smelled like lavender.
Creeper.
I'm sorry, my nose is too sensitive.
She wears this thing called perfume, and it's funny because I find it funny that, you know, all the cosplayers like Ivy and all them got these big boots, right? Mm-hmm. But Yaya just got this little tiny ass one.
Yeah, Yaya had her own one. Like she wasn't even in Cosplay Alley. She was like in her own section.
I don't know if that's nepotism or MegaCon just really fucking hates her.
Yeah. So there were a lot of girls that were coming up to her, like even guys had to push these girls, like, go talk to her and stuff like that. I was like, well, if you ain't gonna talk, I'm going. I'll talk to her.
I just don't like her.
But yeah, she was fine. I was gonna talk to her, like take a picture with her, but
that would have cost money.
Yeah, no, she was taking pictures just without.
Really?
Yeah, I was shocked. That's why I didn't do it. I was like,
because you were afraid you won't get charged.
Yeah, I was like, because I saw her do. You know, one thing I don't like, and I was just telling Ty about when these writers or these artists, they have their assistants that want to be assholes, like
game for money, like
yeah, like
with Donnie, there were pops,
Venom,
and you could get, and they were $20. Where I goddamn know well that I could get one for 10, maybe even less, in the con itself. I ain't going 20 for the most I will do for a pop, real quick, is about 15. 15 in my cutoff, not $1 more.
So yeah, we saw a lot of stuff. And it was a lot of fun.
And we're gonna see a lot more.
Yeah, a lot more tomorrow. And the biggest, so when we got back, we started hearing buzzing that there's a new Batman in town.
Yeah, we gotta get to this. And you were like, oh, it was such a. We were getting ready to work out at the gym, as we talked about earlier. So while I was on Facebook, because I didn't bother with Facebook all day. And I'm scrolling through, and I see something on our mutual friend Manos' page.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So.
And I didn't think it was real.
So yeah. So check this out. So if you didn't hear the news, y'all, the news is that Robert Patterson,
Edward frickin' Cullen,
is going to be Batman in Matt Reeves' Batman, the Batman movie. I had to make sure it was legit. I didn't know.
You thought it was bullshit.
I thought it was bullshit. I thought it was a rumor. And then
later on,
he went on Variety, and Variety was talking about it. So I'll take them like, okay, this is legit. Now, with that being said, how do I feel about this?
Now we do. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead.
Now we do know that they did. Reeves wanted to do a like year one-esque story.
Yeah, he did say he wanted a younger Batman, and I get that. My issue is, okay, Patterson, you better fucking get in shape.
He does stay in shape, and we all know him for Edward Cullen. Let's be real, we know him for that. And I got nothing against the dude.
No, I don't.
He's not he doesn't seem like an asshole.
No, he don't.
But you are known for, you've done other roles,
but they were like really like not really on that.
But you are known for one role,
right? One
role that has not been kind to you, not been kind to Taylor Lautner. Man, that has not been a good. That killed his career before it was even a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I want to give him benefit of the doubt because whenever we talk about these castings, these casts, we always have to think about Heath Ledger as the Joker. That's always the go-to one of being like, whenever you think about, this actor can't do this or this actress can't do that, we have to go back and think about Heath Ledger, what he did with Joker.
Right.
So so I never shit on anyone for doing that, for doing these roles, because you don't know what they are. You don't know what they're capable of. Now, I have been right with some casting, like here and there, but there are other times where I'm just like, yeah, you were good.
He's pretty good.
Like sometimes they turn out to be the best part of the movie.
Sometimes, yeah.
Like when Danny McBride was in Alien, he turned out Alien Covenant.
Okay, yeah, you told me about that. I didn't see that.
That's a bad movie, but he was pretty good.
So
why are my lips so pink? I'm not wearing makeup.
I have no idea. So, like I'm gonna give him. I think who just said so. Joe, you said I'm gonna give him a chance.
I want to give.
We're gonna give him a chance too. He was not my go-to guy for Batman. That's all I'm saying.
Mine, and I think you can agree, was Karl Urban.
Yes, I would have loved to see Karl Urban take that role. I know, I think he's still attached to that Judge Dredd series. That's a TV series that's coming.
He's on The Boys now.
Yeah, he's on The Boys now. I haven't checked it out yet. But yeah, Karl Urban is definitely a guy I wouldn't mind. I'm like you, Joe. I'm gonna give him a chance. I didn't watch the Twilight stuff. I didn't care. I got a cousin that loves that stuff. But I didn't care for it. Vampires are not supposed to be sparkling and all that bullshit. Anyway, the point is, we're gonna give him a chance.
And I hope like maybe this could be. And it's also funny he's doing another Bat theme thing.
Yeah, he's doing a Bat theme.
And maybe this could kill the stuff, the Cullen stuff that's been haunting him.
Yeah, and more importantly, he probably can get the whole dark and brooding phase of Batman down pretty well.
Yeah, and I'm curious, like how if they want to connect it to Joaquin Phoenix Joker, that'd be kind of cool. Patterson and Phoenix Joker.
Yeah,
his that's an interesting combination because I was really hoping to see Leto and Ben Affleck meet, but now we got this combination, which I actually hope we get in some capacity.
Yeah, Jay says he's got the charisma for Bruce.
Oh, that's not bad, David. Karl Urban would be cool as Hush. He'd be meet Thomas Elliott.
Yeah. David Biglad. Oh my God, I haven't seen David Biglad. Man, dude, how you doing?
Who is that?
He was another guy that used to come on my streams all the time. I haven't.
Jay's still here. Honestly, he'd make a great Bruce Wayne. Just need to bulk up. He's got a charisma for Bruce. Other movies I've seen him, he's post Twilight. He just needs to bulk up.
Yeah, he definitely.
I don't think because it's year one Batman, so I don't think he need to be jacked.
I don't think he needs to be jacked
because this is Bruce starting out.
Right, but he does need to look like okay, this guy can still wreck some shit if he needed to.
Yeah,
not to the point where he's skinny and twiggy, but he needs to look fit. That's what I'm trying fit.
Yeah,
not jacked how Ben Affleck looked. How he got how he bulked up for that role.
Yeah, to look like Dark Knight Returns.
Right. So, he just need him to be kind of a little trimmed up, nothing real big. But yeah, man, that's that's kind of the deal. So in more comic news that I'm surprised you guys didn't hear about, the great Peter David is going to be writing Silver Surfer. And he's going to be introducing a new cosmic character in a 3-part series. And I'm a huge Peter David fan. So anything he kind of writes, I'm going to probably touch it. Like, okay, you know what I mean. Pause on that one. So I'm really going to read it. I always like, Peter David's the king of cliffhangers, as I call him. And I'm definitely going to check it out. The name of the new character, I forgot his name, but he looks like a combination of people, but he's a cosmic character, and you saw him and Silver Surfer coming at each other with Galactus in the back.
Yeah.
Because if y'all don't know, Galactus has returned back to being the world devourer. Now, he had to do it because of Ultron. Because in the comics, y'all know that Ultron and Hank Pym are fused together now.
And
so,
like, how did that correlate to him getting the Planet Eater again?
He had to stop it, or it was either give up his source of being the life bringer to save these worlds and return back to
being the world
devourer. So he gave up his because once again, this all started in Al Ewing's Ultimate Run, where that was the first thing they did.
Oh, it's Jason.
Voorhees
2011. He's one of my guys.
Okay.
Yo, guys, thought I'd pop in for a few seconds. It's sadly 45 minutes left in my shift, so I can't stay. I thought I'd drop by and say hi. Hey. Yeah, hey, man. If you're still here, check this out. Finally got Deku. He collects pops like me.
Okay.
Also got Nemesis from Resident Evil. Got some comics too. If you have a chance, go check this live stream out at the beginning, and we got some stories, man.
Okay, so I see Terrell. You asked some questions. I've seen them. I'm not even forgetting them. Okay, so let me start off with your first question. The first question is: do you think Denzel Washington would be a good Blue Marvel? Actually,
yeah,
yes.
we've talked about that.
We've talked about that plenty of times. I think that is the one superhero role he would be perfect as. They've asked him, how come you never did a superhero movie? He says he never asked to do one. And I think if they gave him that Blue Marvel 5-part run by Kevin Grievous, and Kevin
Grevereau.
What I say, Grievous?
Yeah, Grievous. Kevin Grevereau.
Yeah. I think he would do it. He would, because that's a really good character. What else I saw another question. David Biglass says, so which villains do you want them to do in the upcoming Batman movie?
Reeves said he wants to do multiple. Yeah,
he wants to be more of that noirish type where it's more like a detective-like story.
So I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to do. I think they don't want to do gangster, but I think it might be Penguin. That's
Penguin. I heard him say he wants Victor Zsasz.
Yeah.
Victor Zsasz.
Proper Zsasz.
Proper Zsasz.
I think ventriloquist is a possibility.
Ventriloquist probably. I think he wants maybe one like Rupert Thorne or somebody like that. But yeah, he wants to do it more. He wants it to be more of a detective-like story because we haven't really seen that in any of the Batman movies. He's supposed to be the world's greatest detective, but he barely shows off his detective skills. Killer Croc, too early.
And they already did Croc.
And Clayface.
I don't think it's.
I don't think he wants to do Clayface. Like I said, he doesn't really want Batman's powered villains. He wants more of the villains that are.
If we were going to get someone with super strength or something like that, I think it would be maybe like gangster version Grundy.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Or Croc, like he was, like mob boss Croc.
Right.
If it was going to be Croc. I'd also say, like, I don't know if we'll get Black Mask because of Birds of Prey.
Yeah, the Birds of Prey got Black Mask.
Maybe. I'm trying to think. Professor Pig.
Yeah,
as a wild.
If they would really have to make him a little bit more like believable for the non-readers that don't know this character. Kind of give them understanding why this guy wears this pig mask and everything like that.
Trust me, if you could just make him creepy.
Yeah, just make him creepy. Terrell Yax also, do you think Alyssa Milano would have been a great Catwoman or Poison Ivy in the 90s? Well, see, I kind of saw this last time because you had asked this question before we ended. Look, I had a huge crush on her. She was like my childhood crush for me. And Alyssa Milano probably could have done good as Catwoman, maybe, even though I'm not the biggest Catwoman fan.
Jay says Hugo Strange could work.
Yeah, Hugo Strange, Anarchy.
Yeah, Anarchy would be interesting.
That'd be cool. Roy Jason says nice. I'll be sure to. And Jay says nice Deku.
Thank you, Jay.
Personally, I would love to see Denzel as the Martian Manhunter.
Maybe.
You know.
But I think like Blue Marvel, like, and again, like MCU's get like they got Jolie in talks for Internals.
Yeah, like
they've got some big names. So I think Denzel, if anywhere, he's going to end up MCU before DC.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would be really cool. Like you could have that same effect that Black Panther had. And oh yeah, the white boy's going to talk about black people. That's nice.
Yeah, what the hell? Oh.
But I think like Blue Marvel, like it'd be cool to do it in the 60s, like do it as a past story.
Yeah, like I think that's something that Marvel could really.
They could really like they touched on race in Black Panther.
Yeah,
but here they can really do something.
I mean, they could really play that up because if you read that story, he only gave up being the character because President Kennedy told him to. Because when the world found out he was a black man, it was like whoa, like. So he was.
Yeah, we also found that Senator Kelly dropped the N-word a few times.
Yeah, like.
Oh, so you were always a piece of shit. That's
yeah.
nice.
So yeah, you're always a piece of shit. So yeah, it was. That's a good story. Terrell says Bryan Cranston for Professor X. I said he could be MCU's Professor X because Bryan Cranston could pull that Professor Xavier like. It would be good hard shoes to fill. It wouldn't be that hard for me because you know how we always say like. Whoever's going to be Wolverine, man, you got huge shoes to fill.
Oh, yeah, and the person they're in talks.
Yeah, but we never talk about if whoever would be Professor Xavier, you got huge fields because you got the great Patrick Stewart who played him, which honestly there was no other person to play that role really. And then Jason McAvoy comes along and does his thing with the role. I'm not going to sit here and lie that Jason McAvoy didn't kind of kill it with Professor Xavier. I just felt like he was just in the wrong movie. Some of them, like I had a problem sometime with him because he didn't feel like Xavier, that guy you don't fuck with in the when he starts using his powers. Like this is a guy who can turn everybody off, the whole world off if he wanted to, like that. So that was my biggest problem with Apocalypse. Like when he was in Apocalypse was in his head and he was like, yeah, welcome to my world. And I'm like, Apocalypse always had trouble with Xavier, even in the astral plane. And it just bothered me.
Yeah. Someone asked how many pops I have now. Counting these two, it was 66 before.
Right.
Now it's 68.
Victor Zsasz is underrated. Yeah, Victor Zsasz is very underrated. We've always seen him in other stuff, but they just made him like a minor character. You never really see him killing anybody and cutting another into him. I would love to see Black Mask. Yeah, we're going to see Black Mask in that Birds of Prey movie. Ewan McGregor's going to play him. Let's see. I can see them starting off detective way, then later on slowly introducing the supernatural for the last movie if they do 3 Batman movies. That'd be interesting, Big Lad. Terrell asks, do you think Catherine Whittick would be a great Mystique or She-Hulk? Okay, who is she again? I've heard that name.
She sounds familiar.
Yeah, I've heard that name. I gotta look her up. I've heard that name before. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna look her up because I've heard that name before. I've heard that.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, first off, have you guys heard about Catherine Langford's scene in Endgame was cut because she was an adult Morgan? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was it was supposed to. Yeah, she was gonna be adult Morgan, and Tony was gonna see her but they cut it out. Oh, okay. She's the girl from Viking. I see.
Okay.
Okay, here she is.
How do you guys feel about MCU doing Doctor Doom, and how would you see them? I'm convinced that we're going to get at least a name drop of Latveria in Far From Home.
Yeah, he was telling me last night. We were like, we're probably going to hear his name.
Like maybe not hear his name, but at least hear
his
Latveria.
Homeland. Yeah, Latveria. Malcolm, I was telling that Malcolm even says we want Doctor Doom to have a theme song, like how Vader has his. You know, Vader when he comes, you hear that theme. Dun, dun, like you want to hear like Doom, like. You know whose theme had like a badass theme? Remember Generator Rex, his main villain, Van Kleist? I love that theme. That theme would have went perfect for Doctor Doom. That dun dun dun. Yeah, that'd have been cool. So yeah, hopefully, but I have trust that when they do introduce Doom, Feige and them are gonna be like, we're gonna look at Julian McMahon and look at that other whatever that other crap was. And we're like, okay, fuck that shit. We're gonna go back to doing what Doom is supposed to really be. He is a threat, and not just any threat. I mean, they can literally like, okay, this is the guy who is an evil Iron Man mixed with Doctor Strange. This dude knows alchemy, and his armor is not just any armor. It has bits and pieces of. Tell him.
He has in the armor merged in. He actually found and stole and destroyed the cross that Jesus was crucified on.
Yeah, it's like, yo, what the hell? Like, come on. So I'm definitely I definitely hope they do a good job. Warhawk says, I remember being hyped when I found out Patrick Stewart was Professor Xavier. It was obvious. Nobody else could have done that role.
Okay. I think Henry Cavill would be a good Scott Summers. I could buy Henry Cavill as Cyclops.
Yeah, I could take him. I could take him.
He can actually be a Boy Scout now.
Because personally to me, guys, like I said, when they do introduce the X-Men, I don't want them teens. I don't want them pre-teens. I want them adults. Like, no more teens. If anybody's going to be teens, it should be the young X-Men. Like Surge and all them other characters.
Or Young Avengers.
Yeah, or something like that. Like
we also got, that is true, MB3.
Do you guys watch the Castlevania anime?
Duh.
Hell yeah.
Duh.
Can't wait till that new season comes. Kirsten Stewart would have been a great Batgirl or
which villain could you see Jeremy Irons playing? I've said he'd make a great Nathaniel Essex.
Yeah. We definitely
he'd be a great Sinister.
I would love to see him. Kirsten Stewart as Batgirl, I don't know.
I mean, if Robert Pattinson can be Batman,
yeah, I guess, yeah.
But then we got that weird Batman-Batgirl relationship.
Doom has a piece of the cross, Holy Cross in his armor. Yeah, that's
how he beat Dracula.
Yeah. Which villain? Okay, that's it. Okay. So yeah, we definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing. Here's the other problem that I'm sure you guys don't know about yet, but you guys know that Marvel can't touch Daredevil, Luke Cage, all those characters until 2020. They can't touch those characters to use in the MCU.
Got them back. They got them back. They just got to wait until Jessica Jones is done.
They gotta, there's like some legal stuff. Like if they use it, they get sued. Like I'm like, oh Jesus, that's messed up.
And it's weird that we already got a reboot in the Marvel universe. But.
And let me see. Okay, Big Lad says, do you feel that they will cast younger or older for Doctor Doom role? Cast a mid-young for Fantastic. Once again, it seems like I don't know how many people are still reading Fantastic Four, but if you look at Fantastic Four, Reed Richards, he is continuously drawn like
John
Krasinski, and I'm like,
and he even said he wants to be.
And I can see him as Mr. Fantastic, and Emily Blunt as who is his real wife as Sue. And you get Zac Efron as Human Torch. I
actually think Trayvon Edgerton from Kingsman would make a good Johnny Storm.
Oh, who played Robin Hood and all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who you could get for Thing because the guy who I wanted for Thing was who played Yondu.
Okay.
I think Michael Rourke would have been a great Ben Grimm.
He's gonna play King Shark.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm like, I know that's a rumor, but that's like 90% for me because he works with James Gunn all the time.
Right. So I do want them to cast middle-aged, older. I don't want them young. I just want a girl Kitty done justice. No offense. I think we all, as fans of Kitty Pryde as I am, and Ty, you know that more than anybody, how much, I have a lot of respect for Kitty. I do want her to be done better and her to, have more. Like I said, no offense to Emily Page. She did what she could with the role. It's not her fault. But you want her to be more than just, oh, she's a girl that just walks through walls. We know she can kick ass if she needs to, and I would love to see Lockheed in there too, like where she got Lockheed and all that stuff. So yeah.
Someone asks, are you guys optimistic or pessimistic with Terminator 6? I'm on the pessimistic side.
Little iffy. They're trying to do the whole like fan service for some fans and new stuff. That's why Linda Hamilton's back and all that stuff.
And they're taking away all the continuity.
Yeah,
you can thank Genesis for that.
Yeah,
Genesis is a bad movie.
Hey DPZ, have you thought about bringing back
back to the 90s
segment? No. Okay.
Moving on. Ansel Elgort from Baby Driver would be a good Johnny Storm. Yeah, I could buy it.
Okay.
I'm still with Trayvon Edgerton though.
The big lad, The Rock for Thing and Zach for Human. Once again, let's talk about Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because when the whole buzz about Avengers came out, he went on his Instagram and was giving them props and everything like that. He also talked about 2020 they will start shooting Black Adam movie, yeah. But then he dropped a line that everybody caught. And he talked about, I want to thank my friend Kevin Feige, and yes, I'm looking forward to that meeting. And I'm like, okay, what meeting are you having? And I'm like, okay, who are you gonna play?
He's Dwayne Johnson. He can do both.
Yeah. So we're like, okay. So we started talking about this the other night, and we're like, could we see him as Namor? Could they be bringing him being Namor or somebody else? I threw out because I don't know how long Sam Jackson has more on his contract. I threw out maybe he could play Nick Fury Jr. I just threw that out there. It makes
a lot more sense than it did in Original Sin.
Yeah, I just threw that out there. I was like, okay, he's got the bald head, and I could see him like Nick Fury Jr. I was like, okay, maybe. And they've worked together before, him and Sam Jackson. But yeah, whoever Rock is gonna play
assuming the deal goes through.
Yeah.
But I think Namor's a good front runner.
Yeah, and come on. How imposing would he be if he was Namor?
And up against, if it is the Doctor Strange too.
Right. Like could you imagine him coming out of the water
in front of Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yeah, what? To me, it was because the only person I have heard talk about wanting to be Namor was the actor Brian T. If y'all don't know who Brian T is, the web Mortal Kombat web series.
Yeah.
He played Liu Kang. You also saw him in Wolverine. Not Origins.
The Wolverine.
The Wolverine. He was the guy who said, he was the one that was like, you got 10 words, and I don't like what your ass is going out that window. That's Brian T. He's the only one I've heard actually wants to play it, because if you look at the artwork of Namor, he always looks Asian. He does look Asian, and that was the only thing I've ever seen. But then our mutual friend CW said, oh no, it wasn't CW. It was actually my friend Vernus. He said, well, think about it. Who would bring in more attention for Namor if it was this? Brian T as King Namor, the Submariner, or Dwayne The Rock Johnson? As much as no disrespect to Brian T, it'd be The Rock. The Rock, you bring that, oh shoot, he's playing that,
For all we know, he could even be playing Marvel's Conan.
Yeah.
But I think like when we talked and C-Dubs brought this up is like instead because people are gonna be like, oh, they're just hashing off of Aquaman, is bring Namor off as a villain first.
Right, yeah. I would definitely bring I've heard people say he's not a villain. In the beginning, Namor was kind of an anti-hero, but also a villain. Any fights he's had, there's many times he's also tried to flood New York.
He flooded Wakanda.
It would always be John Hammond, Human Torch, having to stop him.
And he killed John Hammond recently.
Yeah, he just recently killed his old friend.
And he killed Stingray.
Yeah, he
finished Stingray. But that's the thing is like Namor, and we discovered in Invaders in the Chip Zdarsky comics that Namor is suffering from PTSD.
Yeah.
And Xavier exacerbated that in his life. So thanks again, Chuck.
Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, who would you cast as MCU's Dracula? Ooh.
They could technically do Dracula, but then Universal will be like, fuck.
Yeah. Even to me, I've said this countless times. Remember that Dracula with Luke Evans?
Yeah.
That would have been the perfect MCU origin for him.
Yeah, that could have worked as an MCU movie.
Yeah, that was so perfect. I wouldn't mind them if they got Luke Evans to come back, just dye him, make his hair white, put on that red armor that he had.
Gischler costume.
Yeah, I like that look for Dracula. Yeah. Because I want to see vampires in the MCU.
We are getting Morbius, but that's not.
Yeah,
that's Sony MCU.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know.
We were actually when we were going to pick up you, me and Dubs were talking about because he wants Venom in the MCU, and we were talking about how to do the rivalry if they do multiverse.
Right.
How to do the multiverse Venom, bringing him into the MCU, and basically how Dubs would do it is how he would do it, and I agreed with him was. You bring Venom out of the multiverse in the main MCU. He meets Spider-Man, and he's like, "Hey, you're a good hero." And they have this. It's like Wolverine and Sabretooth. It's like where Eddie is trying to prove that his way is right. It's like Daredevil, more like Daredevil and Punisher.
Right.
Where it's like my way is right, and I'm gonna make sure you do the same thing. Like he's trying to drag Peter into making him like him.
Okay. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, Spider-Man ruined my life. It's more like Eddie trying to make him into Peter into him, and maybe they even have the symbiote reach out to him, or he gives Peter the symbiote.
Right.
He gives it to him maybe he uses it to save his life, and now he's like, here, use the symbiote and feel that power, and Peter's got to reject it.
Right. Jay says Kitty's a fucking ninja with a dragon. If that's not badass, I don't know what is. Laughing out loud. Yeah.
Tyrell D says Mahershala Ali is Blade. I can dig that. But I think Wesley Snipes that's the thing is Wesley.
He keeps saying Marvel is still talking with him to bring it.
And Kevin, notice how Kevin Feige ain't saying shit about it.
Right. Yeah. He keeps. Let's see. Who would you like to see Wolverine versus the World Breaker Hulk in MCU?
We're not gonna
get it. It would have been cool.
Not after Hulk and Endgame.
Yeah. Hey, Chris and Tyler. Hey, Barry. Dwayne and Ron Johnson would be a cool Kazar. Imagine him with the Kazar. I want to see the Savage Land in some shape or form. Once again, I've said it before. When they bring that X-Men into the MCU, they gotta do everything that Fox did not do.
Yeah.
And be like, you know what? Y'all did this. Like I said before, enough Magneto. We don't need that.
We can mention him. We can
say that he's in this, but don't stay away from the Phoenix until y'all know how to do that right. Because this new one looks like Gene just inhaled some smoke, and I'm like, what the,
And now also do Sinister.
Yeah.
Do the Shi'ar. Do I would mind D'Ken as the villain.
Yeah, D'Ken. You could probably do the
Brood.
The Brood.
Or the Phalanx.
Yeah, the Phalanx, all that.
Or
Dwayne Johnson as Victor Creed.
That's actually not bad.
That's not bad. I mean, Rock is 6'5". He's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
Idris Elba's Jon Stewart. Everyone picks that.
I want another Hulk movie. Everybody wants another Hulk. He has one more movie left on his contract. He signed a 6-picture deal. He has one more. I would love to see another one where he passes the torch off to his cousin.
Like his sacrifice is him giving that blood transfusion to
Jen. Like it would really have to be a really major blood transfusion. Like if he does it, it's gonna kill him. It'll sap him. So,
like after that snap, it was just like, if I do this, it's gonna be the end of me.
Yeah. So, and that would be the way to do it. Somebody heard Mahershala Ali. Yeah, I'd do that.
Shadow King would be a good X-Men villain.
Shadow King.
He's in Legion right now, but they're gonna end that.
Am I the only one who liked Terminator Salvation? I didn't hate it. I don't like it. It's not my go-to Terminator movie. Yeah, it's not my go-to. Like, this is gonna sound really weird, but I actually like Rise of the Machine. I like T3. Yeah, it's not good. It wasn't that bad.
But first off, it's a tough act to follow against Judgment Day.
You know, so yeah, it wasn't that bad. Idris Elba could be playing Bronze Tiger.
Yeah. Also, I think I know my pick for. I got 2 picks for She-Hulk.
Okay.
Gina Carano. Or Rose McGowan.
Yeah, she'd get off her high horse. Yeah, she's on her high horse now. But
she used to be cool, Rose.
Yeah.
But
Gina, I could see that a little bit. Yeah. She could also be Big Barter, too. They up her because she would be intimidating, too, as Big Barter. I'd like it. Catherine Whittaker. You keep saying Catherine Whittaker is She-Hulk. I hear you. I looked her up. She's pretty. I'm like, okay. Now I recognize. Did you guys hear that Detective?
Yeah, we heard it.
I've heard it.
We actually might go see, not Detective Pikachu, we might try to go see
John Wick
tomorrow.
Tomorrow or so. We'll probably try to get to see that. Look, I heard about the Detective Pikachu, and I probably won't see it, but I heard Mewtwo was like on some god level like shit. I'm like, wait, what? Like him being able to transfer people into Pokemon and all this other stuff. He was on like some god level stuff. I'm like, what? Eve Rachel Woods as Jean Grey. Okay, some of these names I've never I've probably seen or heard the name. Okay, here we go. What is something she's done? American Gothic and Once and Again. Oh, shoot. Anything else? Everything else. Oh, she was in True Blood. Oh, okay. And she's on Westworld. Okay. Yeah. And she dates Jamie Bell. Okay. Okay. Nice. She's okay. I would like a real redhead playing Jean. That's what I'm saying. Martian Manhunter versus Onslaught.
That's not even a fight. That's a slaughter.
Yeah, that's a slaughter. That's a slaughter. Yeah, okay. I know Mewtwo is powerful, but he can't do that stuff in the. Yeah, I heard he was doing some serious stuff. Like, wait, what? Like
it wasn't even like Mega Evolution.
Yeah, he was just doing like god level like stuff. I'm like, wait, what? Like, how is he? When I heard, and usually, guys, I don't go to IGN a lot, like their channel, but I was listening to them talk about it. I'm like, wait, Mewtwo did what? Like, that's crazy. John Hamm as Hank McCoy. I still want John Hamm as a Shadow. I still want him as a Shadow. I do.
Oh, George Perez did the helped do the artwork in here.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm just
he's flipping through. I'm answering text. Sorry. All right, guys. My girl's here. Late dinner. Gotta go. Okay, great. Can't wait to see you guys. Thanks, Jay, for coming through.
Yeah, you and your girlfriend have fun. If you haven't guessed, I'm bitter about something.
Joe asks, would you guys like to see White Tiger in the MCU?
Which one?
Yeah, which one? because I would like to see them all. Like it would be like a family. Like I would love to see like you build up to each one of them. Like kind of like you showcase Hector and what happened to him, and then you give it to Angela, his niece, and then the tiger Jade Amlet goes to Hector's sister, Ava, excuse me. But yeah, I would love to see White Tiger. I would love to see it. It'd be a good character in terms of because Marvel's really now on this representation, and that would be a good representation for Latinos because White Tiger was the first Puerto Rican hero for Marvel, and so yeah, it'd be cool. I would like to see that, Joe. Thoughts on the Predator Hunting Grounds? I saw that game. There's a game coming out for PS4 where it's called Predator Hunting Grounds,
and it's from the same great creators as the Friday the 13th game.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like an online game, but I'm cool like with that. I would love to see that. That'll be fun to play. I don't know who that is. Who you got as Mystique? Anybody's better than her.
Than Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, anybody's better than her. I don't care.
Vima Farmiga, she's been in Krampus. She's going to be in Godzilla. She's the mom of Millie Bobby Brown's character in Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
She was in Hereditary. That was the main actress.
Okay. Let's see. Which GTA would you guys turn into a movie? For me, it would be 3 to 4.
I'd say San Andreas.
Yeah, San Andreas would be good.
Or Vice City.
Vice City, yeah, that's another one.
One of those.
Yeah, one of those.
Those are my top picks.
Those definitely. Okay, hold on. That's
text message. Having that go off every fucking minute.
Okay. I'll make this for 24 hours. Yeah, so yeah, San Andreas will be good. Things like that. Brad Pitt as Cable. Damn, Terrell. You just throw names out there.
Let's see what sticks.
Yeah. Okay, Ryu. Okay, let's turn that on.
How do you feel about the Loki series? Do you see them doing Young Avengers as a series, but changing the names to Shield Academy or Avengers Academy? I think they're just going to call it Young Avengers.
Yeah. The Loki series, we kind of know where it's going to focus. Now, kind of seeing Endgame, I think that's where it's going to focus on from there. Endgame teased a lot of things like, yeah, Young Avengers. You know, Cassie now she's a teenager now. We could see her, you know, become Stature
and when there's a chance of seeing a new Vision.
A new Vision, yeah, we probably are going to see a new Vision with Wanda Vision, that series, you know. So we don't know what he could look like. I mean, he could be a younger Vision that we saw. But they do say that the actor who played Vision is coming back for the role, so it's going to be interesting to see. Very interesting. How do you? Oh, that's still. How do you feel about it? Okay. What's next? Are they talking about? Wait. Thank Charles. I wish she wasn't casted in the Iron Fist. Oh, Alice Eve as Sue. Hey, she was great as Typhoid Mary. I loved her as if she had got to play the real Typhoid Mary, because we only saw her get into that character. I would have loved to seen her. She has that Sue look. She has classic Sue look. I will admit that.
Sorry for all the constant yawns.
Yeah.
We've been up for a while.
We've been up for a while.
So. I'm surprised you're not doing it.
No.
It's like you don't sleep.
I sleep, just
not much.
Not much. Bring back Vision VA and multiverse hijinks. Well, they're bringing him back, like somehow, some way. I don't know. Remember, he wasn't destroyed by the snap. The snap didn't kill him.
He
got the soul stone ripped out of him.
And no one who, and I'm glad, like, this is going to sound bad, but I liked how they just didn't bring everybody back. Like, this was a war, you know, you're going to lose some people.
Right. You know, for me, I wanted Ultron back. Like, I really wish they didn't kill Ultron off. Like, but I wouldn't mind them bringing back. Remember if y'all remember, Ultron came back as a female. I actually liked that when he came back as a female.
You want to know the reason why they did that?
Yeah, why did they do it?
Because the artists at the time didn't know how to draw Ultron, so they were like, fuck it, let's just make her a girl.
What, really?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know that.
He was like, I don't know how to draw Ultron. Make her a girl, fuck it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, also with Vision, we could maybe, it'd be interesting, instead of making him his red, green look, they go with that all white look. Remember that? Y'all remember that? The all white look, all white Vision. I wouldn't mind seeing them bring Vision in, his whole family. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And only one survives.
Yep.
Which villain do you want to see them do in Black Panther 2?
I want Mephisto.
Really, for Black Panther?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to be Ghost Rider.
Yeah, you told me Ghost Rider. I want him. I want him because I loved how. I loved how. Who wrote his Black Panther? I'm forgetting his name right now.
I'll tell you mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Moses Magnum.
Well, that'd be cool. Moses Magnum would be cool because he's a gun runner and stuff. Yeah. He's a gun runner. I wouldn't.
Maybe he took over Claw's business when he got axed.
Right.
So.
Because they're not going to turn M'Baku into a villain.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And the other one would be Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Like, maybe that's how you do Nate. Was like Doom is playing
Doom Wars.
Yeah, Doom War, but he's playing Namor to fight Wakanda, and he's going to reap the benefit of Atlantis and the vibranium.
How much are you guys looking forward to the Swamp Thing? We talked about Swamp Thing while we were at McDonald's today.
McDonald's is trying way too hard to be trendy.
Yeah, we were just like, you know, we kind of worried about it. We liked the look at Swamp Thing. I remember that trailer. He came out that water. I was like, that's Swamp Thing. You know, but it's kind of hard because that series got cut. You know, it got cut. It was supposed to be longer. You know, it's supposed to be longer than it is, but it got cut. And messed it up. But I still kind of want to see it because I still want to see a good Swamp Thing series. You know, we haven't had that in some time. Jessica Chastain as Mystique. I don't think she'll be casted as. She's already cast. I don't know if she's playing Landra or not. I don't know. Chuck Norris cameo in the MCU. I wouldn't mind seeing a Chuck Norris cameo.
Charlie Hunnam as Wolverine. I can dig that. Are you just Tyrell? Are you just throwing shit at us? Too?
Yep, he's just. Well, Charlie Hunnam is rumored to be Star Fox. No, Thanos' brother.
Eros.
Yeah, in the Eternals movie. Who would you cast as Bane? Anybody?
Anyone who doesn't know how to talk like this.
Yeah, nobody talk like that. That's irritated me a little bit. Like, Harvey Dent. Like, no, don't do that. Could Batgirl work as a web series? Yeah, there was a actress that was doing a Batgirl web series on YouTube, but I think she was doing Stephanie Brown Batgirl, but it was really good. It was well done. You guys check it out. Natalie Dormer as White Queen. So first, I love Natalie Dormer. I just don't want her playing a character I fucking hate. I don't. I can see her as Mystique. Oh God, she make that character sexy as fuck. I'm like, okay. Girl version of Vision. That's his daughter, Viv. She's cool. Will we see you? Would you like to see Riri Williams?
Yeah, I think there's a good chance she'll end up.
There's a good chance, yeah, she may come in. I'm sure you guys haven't heard, but if you haven't heard, Kevin Feige announced we will be seeing in the future the real Mandarin and the 10 Rings Machina. We're really going to see the real one in the future.
Why are you sticking your hands in your pants?
Huh?
Why are you sticking your hands?
I do that sometime.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, the real Mandarin.
Yeah, the real Mandarin. I would not. I want to.
You know who I want for Mandarin? Chow Yun-Fat.
Chow Yun-Fat. I can see that.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Most of you guys would probably know him best from
Tequila.
I was gonna say Pirates 3.
Yeah, I know him from Hard Boiled Tequila
and
Crouching
Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, and Replacement Killers and stuff like that.
Ken Watanabe would probably be another. That's probably the guy that would try to get.
Yep.
But Chow Yun-Fat is my pick for Mandarin.
Would you cast who would you cast as Catwoman, and should it be rated R? I'm not a big Catwoman fan. I don't care. I really don't. I don't really care for Catwoman.
All right, Fin Fan Foom in the MCU.
Yes, as a big threat. I can see him in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Or if they do another, have him be working for Mandarin.
Yeah,
he's the real muscle.
Yeah, because that's where the rings come from, his planet.
Yeah, he comes to Earth. He's like, where the fuck my rings?
Right. Your thoughts on the legacy characters coming to the MCU? You talking about Miles and all that?
Because we know Kamala's coming.
Kamala's coming. She's they already announced that she's coming, and that'll be good for a lot of people to see Kamala. I think they will probably change her origin and stuff. We probably wouldn't say she's an Inhuman.
Maybe a mutant.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, she's a mutant.
The snap kick-started her.
Yeah.
Her the gene. That's how I want the X-Men to bring is the snap kick-started the X gene inside people.
Right. I don't think they'll do Nadia Pym. I don't think they'll do that.
Nadia, no.
No, I don't think they'll do her because Hope's kind of that.
Yeah, she's already that.
Yeah.
I would say we're Eli.
See, the problem I have with the Young Avengers, just all of them in general, is how do you do them? Because with Eli Bradley, there was no mention of the Bradley family in general.
Or Isaiah.
You didn't even hear his grandfather. That would have been really cool.
In fairness, I don't think they would have told. Steve didn't know about Isaiah.
Steve didn't know
about Isaiah. Maybe that's a dirty secret. Right. Sam and Bucky find out.
That would be interesting. That could be played up in their series.
Yeah, you did this, and that could be another thing of why he wants to be Captain America. It's you did this
right to an. You know what? That could work because if you read the book, The Truth, Red, White, and Blue, that's Isaiah's story.
And basically, he was disgusted by that.
Yeah, he was disgusted by it. That was basically. They took the whole Tuskegee project
and gave him a prototype of the super soldier.
Yeah, serum. and at first Isaiah was the only one that survived it, but over time it started to deteriorate his brain. He started to look. You could see and throughout the whole Young Avengers run, you could just see him just really he didn't talk a lot. He was drooling a lot. The super soldier serum really kept him that. Almost became childlike, where Eli had to feed him and things like that. It was bad.
Yeah.
But Sam did go. No, not Sam. Bucky did go see him one day just to give him his respects. You did do it. But that could be a way of they read secret files. there was an attempt during the sick. Like, I don't either they could go before or they could maybe up it. Like maybe they tried
to do with like Nuke.
Yeah, like maybe you could say like they tried to bring the super serum maybe for the war at Vietnam or something like that.
The Korean War.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, the Korean War. Yeah, because that came after World War II. So yeah, something like that. And Isaiah was in that war, and you see what happened to us. Yeah, because I don't necessarily think Sam is just going to instantly say, "I'm ready to be Cap." He's going to really contemplate it. Like, should I really be doing this?
Yeah. And be like, I'm not doing this just for Steve. There was another Cap.
Yeah, like
you doing this for Isaiah.
Right. So, but with the legacy characters, yeah, I would love to see them in it. You just got to find ways of putting them in it that's reasonable and solid. Excuse me. Kamala's easier to do than some of the Young Avengers because, like the twins, Speed and Wicked, they're the kids of. The only way I can see them doing is that they're from another world where Wanda had kids.
Or Hulkling might be easy.
Yeah, Hulkling could be easier because
we got the Creed and Skrull.
Yeah, you got the Creed and Skrull. Who else? Well, Cassie's easier because she's a teenager. Kate, that's what the Hawkeye series, I believe, is supposed to be. Him passing the title on to her. So yeah, that would be interesting. Miles, once again, I think Miles is locked down with Sony right now.
He's their golden boy right there.
Yeah, so you're not going to see Miles anything, even though supposedly we saw Uncle Aaron in Homecoming.
Yeah,
but I doubt we'll see him anytime soon.
Another legacy what's another? I feel like we're forgetting a Young Avenger, Iron Lad,
yeah,
and that could be a cool way to bring in Kang.
Yeah, Kang, which I still feel is going to be a big.
And how I think, like, this is how I bring in Kang in the MCU is that when how Strange said we only won one time,
right?
But let's say like the future that was supposed to happen, like the Avengers lost. Out of the rubble of it, Kang came to power over the centuries. And when they altered it, they altered the future. Kang gets pissed off because now he's lost his future. He's lost Ravonna.
Oh, kind of like how they did in Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yeah.
And now he goes to the past. He's like, "What the fuck did you do?"
Right. That could work.
Like he's lost everything, and now he's like, "I'm claiming war on the past. If I can't rule the 41st century, I'm gonna rule the 21st century." And there's no Cap to stop him. No Tony. Thor's out. Hulk's probably out. Yeah. He could be the big villain for the next Avengers movie.
Right. That'd be great.
That's Sam going Avengers Assemble, and you got Carol there.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Dr. Black Panther, and
they probably bring in Peter and somebody else, Peter. And Ant-Man and Wasp, because I want them on the new Avengers team.
Yeah, War Machine might still be on the team.
Right.
Depending on what they do with him. The other few other we don't even we don't know who else could be on that team, on this new Avengers team. Like this could be what the 2012 movie was of that formation of that team to fight Loki. This team is there to fight Kang.
Right. Could you see a Batgirl series or DC Universe? Yeah, I could see it. Terrell, you just throwing Megan Good as Storm. No. She's already under contract with DC for the Marvel family.
Have you guys played MK11 yet?
Yes.
Yep.
Played it all through. I still have to put up my post of that. So I also would not kill off Peter Parker. Just have him in the mentor role for Miles. Like Tom Holland is just
still young.
He's still young. Don't kill him off. You already did it once. Like, don't do it again. So the MCU could have 2 Spider-Men. Yeah, I technically right now I don't need. Does the world really need 2 Spider-Men now?
Now, it'd be kind of, and this is going to sound like heresy, but it'd be kind of cool if they did like a movie, a Clone Saga movie, but do it right. Like if they can make Civil War work, I think they could do Clone Saga and make it interesting.
Nathan, Kelsey Grammer as Jay Garrett. If not, Scott Bakula, Mark Hammond, or Dennis Quaid. I can go with Scott Bakula and Dennis Quaid for sure. Kelsey Grammer, I can't see him as Jay Garrett.
Mandy says, "Good morning, guys. How did the con go? It was good.
First day was good. Good morning.
Exhausting.
Why we not get Ray Gargoyle for the second Spider-Man movie? That would have been nicely fit. Oh, because of him traveling. Yeah, it would have been cool to see Ray Gargoyle.
Liu Kang is a god. Yeah,
he's God now. He's a half god, or he's a god.
And Raiden is now mortal.
That was crazy seeing that mortal Raiden.
And now he's like an advisor to Liu Kang.
What was really cool about this Mortal Kombat, it was a redemption story for both Liu Kang and Raiden. Like, because over the past, we've always been saying Raiden's the god of wonder now. But he actually gave up his godhood to Liu Kang to fix Liu Kang, who was corrupted by the Nether realm.
It'd be kind of cool, like with Raiden. Like now, Raiden's like there's a chance that when we get to the next game, Raiden might be old and he might die.
Right.
And now that will be Fujin stepping in.
I want Fujin. We haven't seen it.
He's supposed to be DLC.
Right. Do you think they are going to introduce Franklin Richards in the MCU future? I think they're gonna. I want Franklin and Valerie in already. I don't need them. Seeing Sue's pregnant with them, or no, just have them in it already.
Yeah, I want Herbie too.
Yeah, Herbie. Yeah, Herbie would have been cool. With the scrolls now, because you definitely want to see Super Scroll. I definitely want to see that.
Yeah, like it'd be kind of cool. Like another way you could have done the Fantastic Four is that maybe when they got hit by the cosmic rays, a scroll ship was passing by, abducted them, and they used their genetic material while they were mutating to give it to Kalert.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool.
And that's where they've been. They've just been in hibernation on the scroll, like a scroll refugee.
Oh, like a light. Oh, okay.
And that's where they've been. Like they've been keeping in cryo or something.
That'd be interesting. How well will the MCU handle the multiverse?
We still don't know if it's.
We don't. It's still out there that is because we don't trust Beck. Don't trust.
This is the master of illusion.
Yeah, don't trust him. He's saying one thing, but it could be wrong. But
remember, this is the dude who tricked Wolverine into killing all the X-Men.
Yeah, so give him a little credit. But if it is true, the possibilities are endless where they can go with this. In my opinion, like I said, possibilities are endless. Super Skrull is my favorite Fantastic Four villain. Yeah. There's a couple of them, like I can see MCU like doing the Blast Star and the Negative Zone,
and Annihilus.
And Annihilus, my God, would be so cool as because here's what I keep hearing, guys. Rumor is they are going to do. There are going to be two main MCU villains in Phase 4.
Two.
Yeah, I'm hearing two. Like one for the cosmic side and the other for Earth.
I guarantee you Doom's going to be the Earth one.
If Doom is the Earth one, Annihilus better be the cosmic one.
Or the other one would probably be... I'm trying to... like there's another one I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
Like, it's... God, I'm blanking out. Like, there's another major cosmic character. I don't think it'd be Galactus.
No.
Yeah, Annihilus would be a good cosmic. Yeah, you could build up to Annihilation.
That's it. Annihilation wave. Yep.
Yeah. Or you could have the Magus.
The Magus. Yeah.
Or Galactus Sun Tyrant.
Mm-hmm.
Terrax.
Yeah. Terrax. Do you think Sam Wilson is going to get some super soldier shield to become a new Captain America? No, I don't want him to have the super soldier serum. I don't want him to be a super soldier.
He didn't need the soldier serum when he was Cap.
No, he didn't need it then. So why should he need it now? What will make people enjoy him more is that he is kind of the underdog. Like, okay, he's not like.
Let me show you why he gave me this shield.
Like for me, it's it's going to be really a treasure to see him practicing how to throw that shield and catch it without breaking his hand or something. Because there was always these stories of like, how did Steve do that without breaking his hand? Like, and they started doing that when he died the first time. They had the story where Nick Fury would have SHIELD agents, candidates to maybe being the next Captain America, throwing a shield, and every time he would say, he told Hawkeye, everybody, all the SHIELD agents that threw it, when it came back to it broke their hands. And here's Hawkeye throwing it, no problem. And Hawkeye explained it. I'm a marksman. It's basically off of just marksmanship. You're throwing a shield.
It's inertia.
So he explained it. So for Sam, when he's throwing that shield, it is going to be like, okay, does he catch it? Or does he have like an
magnet?
That magnet like Steve had on it in Age of Ultron, that kind of, because Bucky got the metal arm, so he could catch it no problem. But
it's not Bucky's shield.
Yeah, this is not Bucky's shield. So I want him not to have that kind of power, like that kind of edge. Like, it worked for Steve because, one, if you go back to that first Avengers movie, because that's what it was called, you look at the list of problems Steve had on that file that doctor had, all that crap he had, like that was the ailments that Steve was going through. It made sense for Steve to have the super soldier serum. But for Bucky, he's already a soldier, one. He's already a soldier.
He's already messed up from the serums and stuff Arn and Zola put in him.
Yeah. So does he have a lot more combat training than Steve did? No. But he still was a good soldier. And I like underdog stories like that. I do like stories where sometimes the heroes may be out of their league. And I wouldn't mind seeing that for Sam as
yeah. It'd be a good like foil for him would be Marvel's Scarecrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a good way of, because they did have issues with each other. I wouldn't mind the stage fatalities making it into the next Mortal Kombat. I miss those. Have alternate universe versions of characters that got killed years ago show up.
I feel like it'd cheapen it.
Yeah, like people keep asking me, should they bring back Tony? And I'm like, no, because that takes away his ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah, and Robert Downey Jr. is going to be busy for a while.
Yeah, he's about to film
Dr. Doolittle.
He's about to film the next Sherlock Holmes. So yeah, he's got a couple of stuff. Bring Norman Osborn and have Tombstone work for him with the shady business like the weapons deal, and later have Tombstone be.
I'd say it'd probably
Osborn's
be more like
first experiment into the next Spider-Man villain. He was already talking about like we may see Norman Osborn, but he'll never be Green Goblin.
He may be Iron Patriot.
Yeah,
like he's been consolidating his power for the 5 years because Tony stopped being Tony Stark for a while,
right,
to be with Pepper and raise his kid. So what could have happened is that he's the one who bought Avengers Tower, and now we're building into Dark Avengers.
Right. And
yeah, he could be Iron Patriot because we've seen Green Goblin twice, and they only got it right one and a half times.
Right. So yeah, for me, in terms of, I want Kraven. That is probably the only other.
Yeah, but you're getting a Kraven movie.
Whatever. Hey, can't take that. What movie should they introduce Wolverine in?
I think Enemy of the State would be like that would throw people off. Like
Enemy of the State would be a good way of bringing in, Wolverine.
Yeah. Because I know what you're thinking. Wolverine is a villain first and foremost.
Yeah.
Yeah. But think about it. Like, wouldn't it be interesting if Hydra found Logan after Weapon X did everything to him and made him as like the next weapon after Winter Soldier?
That would be sick. Like this is the next age.
Yeah, this is like we're rebuilding Hydra, and we found something that we're going to bring someone in that we've wanted to use. Like they actually wanted Logan to replace Bucky.
Right. Yeah. I could take that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Winter Soldier versus Red Hood. I'm giving it to Bucky on account of more experience. The only way they should show Tony again is in a flashback. I'll take that. Maybe via stock footage. Take that too. Should Marvel do Iron Man prequel films? No. In the future phases to build up to the main threats.
Yeah. Now we got more cosmic stuff, so maybe Carol's going to be like that bridge for the cosmic and Earth stuff.
Yeah. Big Lad, bring in Hercules and Ares for Thor 4. Well, from what I'm hearing, Hercules is going to be in the Eternal movie. So
yeah. You know who else would like for another MCU villain I think would be fun is the Zodiac.
The Zodiac. Oh, yes, the Zodiac.
They could easily be the Captain America, the Bucky and Sam villain. Yeah, Bucky and
yeah, that's another one. The Zodiac would be great.
Maybe even Dr. Faustus.
I'll take that too.
Or the Red Ghost.
The red. That would throw a lot of people off seeing a character like that. Like here's a villain with super gorillas and monkeys and stuff like that. And people would be like, wait, what? But be interesting.
It'd be a good way to mention, hey, he was a Fantastic Four villain first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd take that. I'll take that in a heartbeat. I'd take that in a heartbeat. The Red Ghost, I'd take that. I'm gonna start thinking who could play that character. If I can tell you right now, if the Red Ghost if he had came out a little bit younger, I can kind of see Christopher Lloyd playing that role. I can see him pulling that off. The Red Ghost.
Lloyd could still do it though.
He probably could. Red Ghost. I'm still going with Serpent Society for Sam's first villains. But as he said in his interview, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. He's just really excited about where they're gonna go.
I'm gonna make more money.
Yeah, that's basic. Because he always says, like, when it's always asked like how long is your deal, he never really gives like a definitive answer.
I think he's renewing his contract.
Yeah, I think he does renew his contract. But with these characters, we know that Sebastian Stan has 4 more movies left. Yeah. He has 4 more movies to do, and
it's not counting the miniseries.
No, and these TV series, they're on a different contract. They're not on the same movie. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. And what was that next one I just saw? I saw somebody else.
Should Norman Osborn in the MCU be portrayed as no, he is the cruel
bastard.
Yeah, he's not cocky. He's cruel, cold. He is the anti-Tony.
Right. That's exactly what he should be. He should be the anti-Tony. I mean, you said it yourself. Like, they've only got Norman Osborn right once.
1.5 times.
1.5 times. Like, don't get me wrong.
Willem Dafoe
was a good Norman Osborn. I just didn't like his costume.
Oh, the Green Ranger costume. And they had his 616 costume.
Yeah, and they could have done it, and it wasn't like feasible. They could have did it.
Yeah.
But
have you been reading Zdarsky's Spider-Man life story?
Yeah, I've seen it. I read a little bit of it.
Yeah, did you see Black Goblin?
Yeah, I was thrown like
that's Harry.
Yeah, Harry
is the Black Goblin.
Black Goblin, like they always do that. Like, remember JMS's run, they did the Gray Goblins. And I was like, how many different goblins are you going to bring in? Different colors, like, it's crazy.
How do you feel about bringing in Grandmaster Magus as a villain? Grandmaster, like, we already have him. Magus.
That's
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. Magus, you kind of need Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
You need him because that's like his evil doppelganger.
That's his evil self.
Yeah, his evil self. Wouldn't mind seeing MCU Wolverine don the brown costume.
Yeah.
Nope, I wouldn't mind it either. They brought it back in the comics now. Like, that's literally what he's wearing now.
Hobgoblin for Spider-Man villain in the MCU. I think
I'll take Hobgoblin.
Okay, Norman as Iron Patriot, we still get a Goblin. That they don't like. I know the MCU would do it justice, but I want Hobgoblin.
I think Hobgoblin is more because the way I look at what Kevin Feige and them, they look at it like, okay, the audience seen this character already, so let's bring a character that they have not seen. Like for me, I don't think they need to bring in Doc Ock, but we've seen him already. I would say maybe Electro because that character needs to be done justice again.
And Rhino.
Oh, yeah, Rhino. Yeah, because I hated that mech suit shit. I don't like. I don't like mech suit Rhino. I want it to be like what it was. He's an experiment, and they put that suit on him.
I would say Hobgoblin, because what's the thing about Hobgoblin is that he doesn't care about a vendetta or anything. He's doing it for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, but Ned Leeds is already Peter Parker's best friend. It was never Ned Leeds.
It was never Ned Leeds.
So who would you pick, Kingsley or Macendale?
I'm going Kingsley.
Yeah, Kingsley.
Macendale just wasn't my favorite. Mandy, I heard you say, have you guys watched Homecoming yet? If so, how would you rate it out of 10? I've seen Homecoming. I have friends that say it was the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I used to think it was a good spot. I still like Spider-Man 2 over it, but the Spider-Verse happened. Yeah, Spider-Verse happened, and it was just like, okay. That's the best Spider-Man movie.
To me, in terms of out of 10, I still give it an 8. Because Tom Holland really killed that role. He is Peter Parker. It's just scary how good he is as that character. Bring in Miles, but have him as Venom under the control of the Jackal. No, fuck the Jackal. Fuck that. I can't. Norman Osborn is Spider-Man's Joker, so he needs to be put in the MCU, but I would be cool with him as the Iron Patriot.
Yeah.
True, he is the.
But we need to have a reason of why he's after Spider-Man.
Yeah, you gotta give a reason of that, like why.
But we don't have Harry here.
Yeah, him being Iron Patriot will work because it would really be a good. That once again, y'all talking about flashbacks. What if we see something from the flashback that Tony maybe outbidded him for something, or constantly outbidded him and
got the military contract?
Yeah, got military contracts, all that stuff, and that ate him up. So finally, Tony's dead, and it's like,
and Tony wouldn't do anything for 5 years.
Yeah, so
that's 5 years and no government to stop him.
Right. So yeah, that'd be perfect a way, and maybe even stick it to people with more. It's like, yeah, I stole his designs or something and brought that's literally where they could, maybe jump Rhodey or something and. I don't know.
Or the government says we're taking this armor.
We're giving it.
He's like, who's taking it? It's like, I am. And you turn around, it's Norman walking in.
Yeah, something like that. Hey, DPZ, if someone were to finally kill Norman Osborn off, who do you think it would be to do it?
Probably Kane.
Yeah, Kane. Yeah, I'll go Kane.
Yeah, or Ben at this point.
Maybe have it so Oscorp got the military contract for years after Tony quit.
That's probably like how they would explain it.
Or the feds. Yeah, I'm just saying that would work. That would probably be the best way of doing it. Like the way, because once you guys started talking about flashbacks and you was talking about like contracts and stuff, I was like, yeah, that would be a good way of introducing Norman. Like you see in the flashbacks every time.
And he's been making bioweapons.
Yeah, he's trying to get trying to get these government contracts, and Tony got it, and this happened. Stark again. God damn it! And then,
even when he got the military contract, he was still like Tony got to have that suit. I got the money. He got the fame and all that. And like,
so yeah, you know, it'd be kind of interesting. That'd be better.
And like Tony, like for a while they did make Norman an Iron Man villain, and it worked.
When the MCU introduces Wolverine, I want to see him finally don his iconic outfit. I think we all want to see the costumes. That for X-Men, period. Like that's just not just for anybody. That for the X-Men, I too want to see the costumes. What's the matter?
No battery.
Oh.
Well, how long do you want to keep this going?
No, we're about done. Okay. Yeah.
I guess we could go for another 30 minutes.
Go another 30 minutes.
Like when we get to 1, we'll call it a night.
There you go. But yeah, definitely want to see the costumes. Definitely.
Yeah. Can we see the Dark Avengers is another question.
Yeah, because who was on the Dark Avengers? Okay,
there's Matt Gargan.
Matt Gargan
as Venom.
Bullseye
as Hawkeye.
Right.
Ares and Sentry.
Yeah.
Moonstone. Moonstone. Yeah,
the character you hate.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. And for
Daken was on it. And wasn't the Gargan on the team too?
The who?
The Gargan.
The Gorgon? No, he was on the second incarnation.
Yeah, the second incarnation.
Or like the first one.
Yeah, the first one. And no, Marvel Boy wasn't on it.
Yeah, Marvel. He was actually on it for a short time, and then he ditched.
Yeah, he ditched, right?
Because he's like, "This is fucked up."
Yeah, and Scar was on the second incarnation, but he was undercover for Cap. He
was like, "I'm not going to betray my dad."
Yeah, I'm not going to betray my dad yet. So. That was when he finally was realizing, okay, cool. Bullseye was on Dark Avengers. Yeah, he was Hawkeye. Their Hawkeye. After 2020, who would you put as a villain in a Punisher movie? I doubt if they'll make another Punisher movie. He'll probably be another series, but
Barracuda
would work.
Yeah.
Would work. Definitely
or
work.
Finally do Ma Nucci.
Yeah.
Or Bushwhacker.
Bushwhacker would be interesting.
Or I'm trying to think of who else would be a good one.
So that's the problem with Frank. He doesn't have a big road.
He's got a big graveyard.
Graveyard. Yeah, it was like once they did Jigsaw and they killed him off in that last season. You know, I was really kind of disappointed with that, like, because I love that end fight scene where he's just raking his face all over that glass, and I'm like, oh, his face is gonna be so fucked up after. And then the second season, it's just a little scar here. I'm like, what the hell? You know? Do you guys like the 2005 Punisher game? That was the Xbox game, right?
I never played it.
I played it. It was okay. You know, I like the interrogation scenes where you can like really interrogate the guys out of like, okay, well, you better give me what I say, or yeah, I like that. Those are fun. There was even a first-person shooter Punisher game before that, which was like the go-to for Punisher back in the day. And then there was also an arcade game made by Capcom where you played as Punisher and you played as Nick Fury. And Nick Fury did not wear his shield look. He just had a brown tank top, a brown turtleneck sweater, and you fought like the Reavers and all these other characters. It was a fun game. PS2 also, yeah. Do you feel the MCU would ever do a 2099 take on them? I would love to see that, the 2099 characters. I don't care if it's Doctor Strange, Punisher, the X-Men, Spider-Man. But once again, Miguel is going to be in the next Spider-Verse. But I would love it. I would love it if they made a new Punisher game. Yeah, me too. Open world too. That would work. Should Wolverine and the MCU be rated R? We're never probably going to get a rated R movie with Disney. This is Disney. I mean, don't get me wrong. Disney's done some stuff that made you like, whoa, let's be honest. I mean, they showed Thanos get beheaded. Like, they didn't cut from that. You literally saw Thor just go zoom, head pop. It was, and you're like, whoa, okay, they actually showed that.
Yeah.
Like,
also, what kind of question is that, Mike?
Yeah.
Really, guys ready for King of the Monsters? That's like asking, hey, are you ready to eat?
yeah, that's come on. I took a picture with Godzilla today, so I knew what I was ready for. How do you guys feel about Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel reboot series? Wait, they getting reboots?
Well, I heard that the Buffy one was supposed to be like a continue, like not a reboot, but it's like set in that universe. I don't know about Angel though.
Really? I know they're celebrating Angel because David Boreanaz turned 50 today. I'm like, wow, he's 50? Like, wow. But I don't know. Sometimes I'm cool with reboots, and then sometimes I'm not. And I don't think Buffy or Angel needs a reboot. I wouldn't mind Punisher and Daredevil cameo in the next Spider-Man game. You mean real cameos? Because Max in that game, you just don't see him in person. You know, you can find his office, M.V.K office. Punisher is a different story. So, yeah. I think we're gonna wrap this up.
We need sleep.
We need sleep, guys.
Tomorrow we got to get up early.
Yeah, so it's 12 right now.
12:30.
12:30. The con starts at 10.
But we're gonna be there sooner.
It's a little sooner, probably. So we're gonna wrap this up, guys. We'll be back tomorrow again for day 2.
Yeah.
And tomorrow you'll probably see some stuff from me. This tomorrow, most likely you will see some stuff from me tomorrow.
Most likely he will.
Yeah, don't listen to me. But other than that, guys, thanks for coming through again. This was a bigger crowd than yesterday. I'll probably make already make like the announcement for tomorrow, like so everybody will know. So like you just come through. Oh, yeah, he got an announcement. So, but other than that, guys, thanks for coming through as always. It's always a pleasure. Take care. But we're just gonna chill and get in the bed and just relax. All right.
All right.
Y'all take care.
Peace.